Thanks, guys. I'm here with Ryan Schneider of Insomniac Games, who's going to tell us a little bit more about the new Ratchet Clank game. So, basically, why don't you give us an overview? What is up with Ratchet Clank in Up Your Arsenal?
In Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, first of all, at the end of Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, Ratchet & Clank have saved the galaxy again, and they've been able to find intergalactic celebrityhood. They were approached to do what's called a holovid series. It turns out that Ratchet is not quite the actor, though, that the directors would like. Hence the new show, Secret Agent Clank, where Clank is actually a secret agent a la James Bond, just in a robotic form. He's kind of an international robot of mystery and intrigue. And what you find in Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, the game starts with the Secret Agent Clank episode, but it's interrupted by Darla Gratch from Channel 64 News talking about Veldin, Ratchet's homeworld, being invaded by an evil race called the Tyrannoids. Turns out the Tyrannoids are employed by none other than Dr. Nefarious, a robotic megalomaniac supervillain. So Ratchet & Clank, together with the Q-Force, are off to basically save the galaxy from organic extinction.
Awesome. So it seems like, the single-player game obviously is a lot bigger, but I think the big news is that there's been a whole multiplayer section of the game added with online and all that stuff.
Well, in Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, we really like to say that it's 2 games in 1. In fact, it's really 3 games in 1 when you include replay and over 2 hours of cinematics.
Wow.
So you're getting a lot of game here. But in the online mode, we actually have 10 distinct online maps, 3 modes within each: Capture the Flag, Deathmatch, and Siege. And within each of those, there's various things that you can set. So you can completely customize your gameplay experience. What's special about the online gameplay in Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal is that the variety of gameplay modes in online. As you mentioned, Capture the Flag and Deathmatch are pretty straightforward. And Siege mode is a little more detailed, a little more strategic.
So how many players can play at the same time online?
You can play up to 8 players online. And one thing that's special in Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal also is the clans. And you can actually, with clans, we're actually the first online game for PS2 where you can issue clan challenges. And up to 64 people can join a clan. So while 8 can play online, 4 can play offline split screen, 2 can play online split screen, and 64 can join a clan. So it's just a massive online experience. It should be a heck of a lot of fun.
And there are going to be a lot of stat tracking and things like that you can keep track of, right? How many different categories will you be able to track?
You can track everything from weapons used, nodes taken. Nodes are really important in the siege mode from a strategy standpoint. They're respawn points, basically. You can track the kills to death ratio, and we're going to have a cheat, in fact, that you can track squats, so to speak. It's a taunt.
Cool.
So you'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
How many times you've taunted someone, that sort of thing? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the multiplayer mode in the game is pretty big, but it's definitely not a slouch in single-player mode either, right? There's a whole big adventure and stuff to go through.
Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal is really the most ambitious game that Insomniac has ever been able to do. And we actually have 29 playable locations in single player, spread across 18 worlds. Part of that comes from 2 new types of gameplay modes that have not been seen before in Ratchet & Clank games, one of which is battlefield missions. And these are really cool. They really tie into the storyline because you work in concert with a group known as the Galactic Rangers. Not all robots are bad in Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, and you work with these Galactic Rangers to take down the Tyrannoids. So the battlefield missions are, picture them as like tactical episodes that occur within a series where each tactical mission might be, okay, drop the defense shield, use the hover ship to take out the enemy dropships, then storm the base, destroy the Gatling guns, overrun the base, and clear out the Tyrannoids. So that's really cool.
Cool. So a big part of the series has always been, just big, huge weapons, just a wild assortment of weapons. Now there are a lot more weapons in this game, right?
Absolutely. There are 20 weapons in Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal, 15 all-new weapons, in fact, and each comes with 5 levels of upgrades in the first playthrough. Wow. When you get to replay mode, there's actually an additional 3 levels of upgrades, so you can actually upgrade 20 weapons up to 8 different times.
So when can we expect to see Ratchet & Clank on shelves?
Ratchet & Clank Up Your Arsenal will be in shelves November 2nd.
All right. Thanks a lot, Ryan.
No problem.